Time with the Proseed halftime report. If you need seed, think Proseed. Joining us today, District Sales Manager Paul Wyam. Paul, great to have you here, man.
Thank you.
A couple of things that are really important when people are looking to buy seed are what, in your opinion?
First and foremost, the number one variable that I try to recommend to people is yield. Second after that is overall plant health, but that can be summed up as standability. Two main factors that plant breeders are looking for when they're breeding new varieties, and we take a look at those out in our countryside during the year, and we determine the net effect of all that.
You know, we're going through kind of a rough weather pattern this weekend, if you will. So how does standability make an impact as I'm going through some different weather patterns?
Well, a lot of different things that farmers can control and can't control out there, weather being one of them that we cannot control at all. But what we can do is we can plan for adverse weather effects or weather events such as the one that we may have coming here. So when this weather pattern comes through, I'm going to be out there determining which hybrids did well, which ones did poorly. In terms of standability, hopefully everything works out okay, but we got a lot of drying time out in the field right now. So if that corn does not stand up long term, we're not going to have a very good dry down event. Could be a lot of drying down or bushels going through dryers, and it's my job to make sure I know what I've got coming for the coming year.
And one of the great programs you guys always have is the Right Choice program. How
Yes.
do I fill my hopper? What's happening this time?
The Right Choice program is based on many different factors. You can simply buy one variety, a large sum of one variety, that'll get you a Yeti hopper. If you want to fast track your way to getting a Yeti hopper and some other things, what you can do is you can buy more varieties at specific amounts. Talk to your dealer, talk to your DSM. They'll have more information for you. That's the best advice I can give you.
Good stuff, man. We appreciate being here. Thank you very much. Very, very much. Check out more at Proseed.net. Again, if you need seed, think Proseed, because much more coming up right here on the Proseed halftime report.
Welcome out to the Proseed halftime report. Beth Hool joined by Kyle Emanuel. It's an 18-14 Bison lead right now. A little bit of a closer, tighter game than maybe either of us were really expecting.
Yeah, well, I mean, Northern Iowa is doing what we kind of expected. I expected them to play better, or to play well in the Fargo Dome. They come here and they play well, and offensively they've been doing some things better than I think like you said, both of us were expecting.
Wanted a little bit more of a Bison runaway, but there's still a second half. Let's take a look at the first half highlights here, though, of NDSU and Northern Iowa. Getting that first look here, Bison, with that scripted first series looking really good here. Trey Lance to Phoenix Sproles.
Yeah, I lost the coin flip just for this reason, Beth. So the Bison offense can go out and then they have another really good start to another game.
And Lance to Sproles here in the end zone for that lead.
An absolute dime again from Trey Lance and that good start. And then, hey, the two-point conversion comes out again.
Love it. James Hendricks with the call there. 8-0 NDSU lead. Bison defense is stepping up as well. Jabril Cox getting that pressure here.
Yeah, Northern Iowa was driving here a little bit, and then NDSU they get tough in the red zone as they have all year.
Forces an attempt at a field goal. They miss it wide right. Trade a couple of series here between the Bison and the Panthers, and then Trey Lance again goes deep. Christian Watson this time. This
is the absolute perfect throw and catch for Christian to get a foot down with that is unbelievable. And he's kind of coming out. He had a really good game against Illinois State, and he's proven it again here against Northern Iowa.
15-0 NDSU lead, and then into the second quarter, James Hendricks up with that interception.
The trick play backfires, and James Hendricks just seems to always be around the ball and making plays, and yet another interception for him.
A 31-yard return, but then that momentum switches right back. A fumble from the Bison on the handoff here, and UNI scoops it up, carries it 42 yards.
This was the turning point of the half by far. I mean, Northern Iowa was not in this game at all. It kind of looked like it might be a runaway for a second, and then the turnover is a huge momentum shift.
And then Will McIlvain hits Isaiah Weston for a 17-yard touchdown.
McIlvain has been better than I thought he would be. He's kind of throwing the ball up, but he has big receivers, and they're making plays for him.
It's 15-7 NDSU with the lead still. Then Bison on the run again, getting that run game kind of going. Adam Cofield for 13.
Yeah, the run game, A-gap has been stymied a little bit by this really good Northern Iowa defense, but they have found some success on the edges.
This one results in a field goal. Griffin Crosa, 25 yards for an 18-7 lead. Then coming up, UNI on the drive again, and McIlvain to Weston on this one for a 30-yard connection, and then
looked like a false start there too, and somehow it wasn't called, but another touchdown for Northern Iowa.
And then the Bison are on the run again. Trey Lance here, 13 yards, just carrying folks.
The quarterback run has been really successful, as along with the edges, but the quarterback run has given the Panthers some issues.
Kobe Johnson to the outside then.
Yeah, just like that, Kobe Johnson, another good run for him, getting outside and get on the edge of that Northern Iowa defense.
And then NDSU looks for another field goal. Krolsa, his first miss of the season.
Yeah, something you're not expecting, but a missed field goal there from Proseed, and it's a tough way to end the half for sure.
Yeah, certainly some things they have to talk about at halftime. Expects plenty of adjustments. I know at halftime is insane for the Bison football team.
Yeah, I mean this is a game that to me it shouldn't be as close as it is. They've actually played pretty well for the most part, but McElvain's been kind of throwing the ball up, and the offense has been moving it. They have some big wide receivers and they have some weapons, but I feel it still feels kind of like NDSU's in control of this game. Turnovers will do that to you though, so a little bit cleaner half, and I kind of think that NDSU can run away with this one a little bit.
We'll take a look at our North Dakota Certified Seed Producers halftime stats here. Taking a look at that 18-14 Bison lead right now, a fairly balanced game between these two teams, and they're fairly balanced in their passing and in their passing games as well.
Well, what you kind of expect from NDSU, balance, passing, rushing, their commitment to the rushing game is awesome to see every single game. NDSU finds a way, even against a really good defense, to come up with those rushing yards. Northern Iowa has not been able to run the ball, and that's something where you expect NDSU to kind of thrive with, but they've thrown the ball better than we thought they'd be able to do.
That's a look at your North Dakota Certified Seed Producers halftime stats. You know, one of the big things I think is this is kind of that old school Bison football, kind of what you were used to playing, really that grinded out and what we're used to seeing between NDSU and UNI.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and it'll come down to the offensive defensive lines. It always does.
We'll be back with more on your Proseed halftime report after this.
Welcome back to the Proseed halftime report. Down field level, let's take you through the rest of the Missouri Valley as the Bison lead 18-14 here at halftime over Northern Iowa. We take a look at the rest of the scores going to overtime. Western Illinois and Indiana State. Looks like Indiana State just took a 16-10 lead there in overtime. South Dakota and Missouri State are both tied at 7. 2 more games still to come on the Missouri Valley docket tonight. That is South Dakota State at Youngstown State and Illinois State at Southern Illinois. It is 18-14, the Bison lead here at halftime. We'll step aside one final time. Second half action right after this on the Proseed halftime report.
Show the support of your favorite team by showing off your team colors at a cutting-edge gallery of jewelry. We specialize in green and gold, but we can do any color combination. At a cutting edge, we make beautiful shimmering pieces that sparkle and dance with amazing brilliance. Stop in today. See the largest selection of dazzling diamonds and colored stone jewelry. A cutting-edge gallery of jewelry, 4507 33rd Avenue South, right here in Fargo.
It's Truck Month in the Northland, where we take on every tough job, any rough terrain, and no matter what comes our way, we keep on trucking. Yeah, we're tougher up here, and there's only one brand of truck built to keep up. During Truck Month, get up to $9,250 cash back on a Ford F-150 or lease F-150 for just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
At First United Bank, we're focused on putting you and everything that is important to you first. Your family, your home, your farm, your business, and your community. After all, it's our home too. Together, we'll put you and your goals at the center of everything, right where you belong.
First United Bank, putting you first. First United Bank.
First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's not a day you see coming. It may be sunny, or it may be gray. But it's not a day you can get ready for. And it's not a day you can trust to anyone but a friend. Because it's not just a day in a lifetime, it's a lifetime in a single day. West Funeral Home and Life Tribute Center.
Welcome back to Gate City Bank Field at the Fargo Dome. Brian Shawn, Lee Timmerman with you, and Ryan Gellner a chance to catch up with UNI head coach Mark Farley.
Coach Farley, good football game. They were able to get you early. You came right back.
We kept our poise, but there's a lot of football left.
All right, good luck second half.
Thank you.
Guys, back upstairs to you.
Short and sweet from Coach Farley.